Yo, what going on YouTube? It's your boy TBL to the wall, you done know, back again with another video. So in this video, man, I actually want to try something a little bit different. I don't really do too much reaction videos. I ain't really try to get too caught up in the sauce right now. Eventually, maybe I will start doing some more reaction videos, but for now, I try and stick where it's just me talking to you guys, delivering this awesome content. But, man, we got a juicy one today, man. That's all I could say. Listen, I in this YouTube creator coaching space kind of atmosphere now. So, I always looking at other people that are in the same space. I've learned a lot of things from, like the Corey Waynes, the Alpha Male strategies. I've watched MTR, Abba Preach. I've seen the Fresh and Fit stuff. I've seen so much content out there, man. I don't always subscribe to everything everybody says, but I definitely try to educate myself and listen and learn, not just from the information perspective, all that red pill stuff, the manosphere stuff, but just as a creator, seeing like the format, how they do their things, what seems to work, what doesn't work, as a producer of content. I always trying to keep track of who's doing what. There's some female creators like Courtney Ryan, Just Pearly Things, Jordan Peterson's daughter has, content as well. And there's this one creator, Sadia Khan. And it's interesting because when I started doing my YouTube channel and my Instagram and stuff for the TBL to the wall, I actually messaged a whole bunch of people just to kind of get their responses and see, who responds, what do they say, what's the prices, just different bits of information I could get as my own type of market resource to see how do they go about handling the people that subscribe to their channels and coaching and all of that type of stuff. When I found her page and I started watching her content, even my girl would be sending me her content. It'd be funny, man, because she'd be saying stuff to me sometimes that'd be like, yeah, it sound good, some of it. And then sometimes she'd say stuff that'd be like, yo, what is girl talking about, man? She just singing goofy. In my opinion, I don't really think men should be taking dating advice from other women. Not to say that there's not women out there with valuable information on their channels. Even like Just Pauly Things has said some stuff in the past that's like, okay, I resonate with it. But then she's also said some stuff that's like, nah, I can't get behind of it. The funny thing is, I just believe that women, when they're given this type of advice, they're not speaking from a place of experience. I don't feel like women can talk from a place of knowing what the heck the man talking about. Them man don't gotta go through the rites of passage. Them man don't gotta go through the struggle and men that gotta go through in this dating market. All they could do is maybe empathize, sympathize, or regurgitate information, or just say things that sound buzzwordy to kind of catch people and hook people. Now, I personally believe you gotta be careful who advice you listen to. I even make a video a while back. If you go on my channel and look at my content, be careful who you take advice from, myself included. Listen, everything that I tell you guys, right, I telling you from a place of real world experience. I've lived this shit, man. Like, let me tell you something. I never come on here saying that I'm a multi-millionaire dating guru. Listen, I coming on here talking about the things that I've learned over the years through my own life experience. I'm pretty sure you could go back a couple of years, right, and you could see some jokey stuff that I don't do. I don't handle situations in relationships wrong. I don't message girls some wild stuff I probably shouldn't have. I don't did things that I had to learn, like, yo, that's not the way you handle situations. So I'm speaking from a place of trial and error, frustration, pain and suffering as a man in this dating market, going through relationship after relationship, going through experiences that I myself had to endure the pain and suffering of my bad choices and consequences. I never went to school for this. I don't have any degrees in psychology. I've been through stuff. I've helped other people by giving them the advice that I wish I had myself earlier on but didn't. Had to learn it, and now I'm able to say these things to people because I could help them avoid the same mistakes I made. I was telling you guys, a smart man learns from his own mistake, a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. But right now I want to get right into this video, man. I want to show you the scandal that's going on right now. No, keep in mind, Sadia Khan, she's also a dating coach. She trying to tell man how to become a high value man and the way they should move and the way they should think and the way they should be. And she's charging a ton of money to get one-on-one coaching. And don't get me wrong, I understand if there's valuable information out there, there's nothing wrong with monetizing it, especially if you're trying to add value and, build your brand and pour resources into making this more of a widespread thing. I have coaching sessions on my neck. I charge, I think it's like 10 or 50 bucks. You could book a half an hour video call with me, and I could sit on one-on-one with you, and I could, you could tell me your situation, and I could give you that one-on-one personal time. That's my time. I have a business, I have a daughter, I have a relationship, so I taking time out to do things beyond making these videos. So I feel ain't nothing wrong with charging for that time, monetizing your services, especially, if you add in value. So I ain't gonna never hate on someone for doing something like that. But I do feel like a lot of these coaches out here, a lot of these gurus, they get to a point to where, I don't know if it's because they try and maintain this persona or if it's because they just try and make more money, that it is start to become gimmicky and fake and you just can't trust it. But let me get right back into the video, man. So I'm gonna play the clip. I have it over here, pull up on my other screen. I'm gonna play the clip from the Sadia Khan scandal right now so you can see what's going on. This girl telling men how to become high value man. She's telling women how to become high-value women. And this is the stuff that she's going on with. I'm going to put the links in the description. So check out the video right now. Let's take a look.
This is the biggest scandal that Sadia Khan doesn't want you to know about her. She preaches on her page and on her content that she's a high-value woman. She can teach you how to attract a high-value woman if you're a man for thousands of dollars for one-on-one coaching. Let's see how much she values herself as a woman.
The main thing I would say to be a high-value woman is always you have ability to reject attention.
Sadia Khan is getting cancelled. This Dubai influencer, who calls herself a high-value woman, has been exposed.
What are you going to do about it? I'll stop this tick if you have the attitude, and I can do it today if I want to.
Go on.
I can do it on your wedding day and your birthday.
Okay, well, we'll see.
After.
Okay.
I've been in situations where he's been with you in a social setting. He'll call me after.
Caught cheating with a married man and revealed as a side piece. Leaked audio
What are you going to do about it? I'll stop this tick if you have the attitude.
and screenshots of her being clingy only made things worse, showing how fake her image really was.
Becoming a high-value woman, the main thing I would say to be a high-value woman is that all women want.
She has over 600,000 followers online, many of whom trusted her dating advice. Now, that trust is shattered.
So now I see the video. Now, there's a whole bunch more clips going on. I ain't about to take up the whole of this video, just a bunch of clips. But you get the gist of what's going on. She's sending this girl a message, telling her pretty much that she going to fillet Pana Charlie on her wedding day, on her birthday, and she have all this value and status in this man's life. She's a side piece. This woman, that's her fiance, and Sadia Khan is allegedly, because, you know, based off of these videos from what I'm seeing on the internet, allegedly messing with this dude, and she's a side piece. But she out here telling girls how to be high value. Respect yourself. Don't look for attention. And in one of those clips, you see her walking and she have on the waist filter, adjusting her image. Here's the crazy thing, man. I've watched videos from her, right, where she's saying on one hand, you know, men, you need to be focused on your, you know, yourself and building yourself up and kind of like be on your purpose, you know, be busy, you know, make sure you put time into your purpose and, you know, similar stuff. But then in the same breath, in other videos, she telling women, oh, well, if he can't message you back all the time and respond to your texts and stuff like that, then he's just insecure because a secure man wouldn't feel the need to play them games. And there's a bunch of contradictions, man. This is a good example as to why men should not take dating advice from other women. And like I said, the whole point ain't even necessarily this whole Sadia Khan thing. It exposes the truth behind this whole dating advice space. Now, I want to make this video, yes, you know, I talking about the Sadia Khan incident, but really and truly I want to break down why men should not take dating advice from other women. In the situation with Sadia Khan, and a lot of these female influencers out here giving dating advice, they're speaking from pure theory. They do not understand what it's like to be a man, to be on dating apps, or to try and approach a girl and walk up to her in the street and get rejected. They don't understand how difficult it is, the numbers game you gotta play, and sometimes, you know, just the amount of effort you gotta put in to gain yourself to a position to where you have the confidence and the charisma and the charm, and it's so much that goes into being the best man that you can be. And no woman on this planet, right, not even the ones that aren't considered marginally attractive, even those girls don't fully understand what it's like to be a man and to go through that process of trying to get women. I think it was one of them guys off of them podcasts, he kind of give a good reference. It was like, on one hand, right, we have men. Men have to go out there and ask for a cup of water. We have to go out there and earn a cup of water. We have to go out there and work and pay for the water. A lot of women just have to exist and they're being offered water. You know what I mean? Just using water as an example. And that's kind of the difference in experiences between men and women in the dating market. All women gotta do is exist. They just have to maintain their value. Some of these girls don't even have to be exceptionally attractive. They could just go out there and some guy is gonna hit on them. Some of these guys, they be in the gym months, years, them man get bread. Them man, you know, them man ain't bad dudes, but them man out there and them man invisible to a lot of girls, especially the girls that them man trying to get. That's why they finding my channel. That's why they're looking for this advice. It's just a completely different lived experience, man. And listening to someone who's selling you theory, not their own actual reality, they are exclusively talking from other people's stories or things that they've seen, not things that they've lived themselves. Women can never tell men the man's lived experience. The same way how men can't tell women their lived experience. You know, we can't get pregnant. We don't have periods. A lot of us could walk down the alley at night and we ain't thinking in the back of our head someone might mug us. Even though it happens, like, we ain't thinking that. It's definitely a different live experience. But it goes both ways, for the good and for the bad. Now, when you look at those videos and she threatening that girl to do this and do that to her husband or to her fiance or whatever, it'll make you wonder, is this person actually practicing what they preach? And that's where the problem lies. Let me tell you something. I ain't a postman of the year. I ain't out here pretending like I'd walk into a room and automatically get all tens. Nah, I know how to walk into a room, read the room, see which girls giving me vibes, like, them man get interest in me. I know how to look and recognize it, present myself in the best way possible to maximize my chances in a room, go up to these girls, say the right thing at the right time, read them my energy, hear what the man saying, bounce out back and forth, see them on interest level, them on attraction level, just navigate that interaction, and then boom, you know what I mean? I understand that process because I live in that process. But I ain't out here pretending like, yo, I'd just walk into a room and some girls will just start disrobing them and clothes. Like, nah, I can tell you straight up, I ain't the grossest looking dude. But let me tell you something, I got some big eyebrows. Ain't every girl like big eyebrows. Like, listen, I understand myself. I feel good about myself. I'm confident about myself. I know what I'm working with. And ultimately, I over here try and teach you guys how to figure out what you're working with, how to learn this mindset, how to actually apply the things that are going to make you better for you, not to pretend to be me. I'm teaching you how to do you, bro, in the best way possible, how to change your mindset so that you know how to navigate every situation you walk in, the same way how I could walk into a room and navigate them situations. The whole point I try and make here is you definitely have to be careful who you take advice from. I'll put myself in that category. Listen, if the things I'm saying to you ain't working, stop it. Don't do it. I personally think I put a lot of time and effort into learning the things that I learn, and I try my best to articulate myself in such a way so that the things I'm saying to you is what I genuinely believe to be effective, so that you could replicate the same results that I have and even better. Now here's another reason why you shouldn't listen to women when it comes to dating advice. This is one thing I learned about women. The same way how they'll give you their number, right? Even though they don't want to talk to you. They'll even give you the real number and they don't want to talk to you. Women have developed this tendency and this skill and this natural proclivity where they don't want to hurt your feelings. If you're talking to a girl about another girl, she'll tell you stuff like, oh, maybe she like you too much, or oh, maybe she wasn't ready for a relationship. She'll tell you all kind of things to make you feel good instead of telling you the real deal like, yo, bro, you're chasing too much. You're being too needy. You're texting a girl too much. You're being too available. They're just not wired like that. They live in a very emotional state majority of the time. If you ask a woman why she likes someone or why she stopped liking someone, she gonna tell you what she feeling in the moment. And there's some instances where she'll end back up with the same guy, completely contradicting what she said in that moment. It might change later. Their feelings change all the time. It's just not reliable. And not just that, like I tell you before, women will often tell you what they think you want to hear. Not to get too deep, but on a biological level, most women are physically weaker than most men. And to avoid violence, to protect themselves, they'll say things to like kind of disarm you and prevent that from happening. I know you see on these wall star on YouTube and wherever clips of all kind of girls talking out their face. Trust me when I tell you, most women don't want no smoke, so they'll try their best to tell you what they think you want to hear. And because of this, 9 out of 10 times the man will soften the truth just to protect your ego, protect your feelings. Girls will tell you stuff like, just be yourself, the right girl will love you. Man will tell you, bro, she don't want you, my boy. Leave that girl alone. Straight up. And again, I ain't saying all, because I don't want all police to come for me. Most women are like this. And another thing, most of you out here that have experienced with women could definitely understand this. Women contradict themselves all the time. Oh my gosh. You cannot take what they say at face value consistently all the time, because they contradict themselves all the time. Women will tell you that women contradict themselves all the time. Look at this Sadia Khan thing. She telling you to never be a side chick. She's right now the #1 side chick. She pointing out all the top tier side chick behavior. She telling this girl, listen, if I was home girl fiance and I had them two arguing and I hearing Sadia say, my son, yeah, I'll go over there and blase he Charlie, and on your birthday, on your wedding day, he probably over there like, my son, yo, I am deep trouble with yo. That sound kind of fun. Like he over there, he feeling himself because she going ham. She going hot. She pointing real side chick energy. That's top tier A grade side chick energy. But then she out there preaching don't be a side chick. She completely contradicting herself. And I could give you some more understandable ways that women contradict themselves. How many times you seen girls out here saying they want a nice guy that buy them flowers and they don't date those type of dudes? They out here dating a bad boy that don't answer the text, that don't study them. They contradicting themselves. How about when girls tell you just be honest with me, and then you tell them just the truth, and then they freak out and flip out and it's chaos? They contradicting themselves. Another good example of this is women will tell you they don't care about looks. But then look at the dudes they're dating. They ain't dating the dude with a triple chin, the big belly, that have a great personality, that bargain groceries at a grocery store. Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't saying they won't date a guy that look like that, depending on, he gotta get some good tar game, he gotta be able to sling that Charlie, or maybe, maybe get some bread. It's always It's always, context to these things. But generally speaking, you ain't seeing girls just visually going for the guy that don't have a certain type of look. And they say, girls will tell you, I don't want a controlling man. But then if you're in a relationship and you don't have strong boundaries and you don't set them, she will start shit testing you. She will start disrespecting you. She contradicting herself. You got to pay attention. Again, one of the most important things you got to understand with women, right, is you can't listen to what they say. You got to look at what they do. Look at what they're doing. Never really listen to what they're saying. Like, you got to hear it, because they're telling themselves too. But the most important thing is, does their actions align with their words? That's what you have to pay attention to. And like I say, in this Sadia Khan situation, man, her actions just ain't aligning with her words, man. And you know what's funny, man? I went on her Instagram, let me pull it up. You don't wonder, because you like to see, she don't have, you can't comment on a post now, Comments limited on all of her posts. She going through it right now. You can't even comment. You can't even comment on half of her videos. You can't even comment. Comments limited. Trust me when I tell you, she going through it right now. Her wounds, she have an exposed wound, and she trying to figure out how to disinfect it and band-aid it. And in the meantime, between time, I just want you guys out there to take a strong lesson from this. The first lesson, it's actually 2 lessons. The first lesson, be careful who you take advice from, man. Make sure that the things you hear from people, they align with your values. You walk away feeling like you learned something and it's applicable in the real world, and you trying it and it's actually giving you results. If it's not, cut it off. Even my stuff. And the second thing is, don't take advice about women from women. They're not going to give you the honest, true advice that you need to hear. They're going to tell you what they think you want to hear. You got to remember, man, this is a game. They don't call it a game for no reason. It's been a game. You could either fight it or you could accept it. You could sit down here feeling good and listen to the lies that women are going to tell you because it makes you feel better, thinking that that's the way women think. You thinking like, you know what? I want women. Let me go talk to women. Bro, you ain't going to talk to a fish about how to catch fish. You're going to talk to fishermen. Listen, what you want to do, you want to talk to people that actually have success with women. If you want to know what to do with women, look at people that are good with women. Sometimes they may not be able to articulate it, but you could just be around them, see what a man doing, pick up on the vibes. Listen to people that actually yielding results. When you put these things into practice, they actually give you the results that you want. At the end of the day, man, all it boils down to is you cannot take advice about women from women. Don't let these women fool you. You could continue out here listening to these high-value women telling men how to become high-value men. Or you could listen to people that actually have real-world life experience. You could apply these things yourself, and you could track your results and see what's working for you. I hope this video was helpful, man. Like I said, I don't normally do these reaction type of videos. I'm going to start doing them, more in the future as the channel grows and stuff. But right now, I just try and keep the format pretty consistent. I do offer my coaching. I definitely take the time out and respond and give you the help that you feel that you need. I am here to help. I am here to add value and to give you guys this dope content and this dope information. I am trying to build a channel. I am writing a book. I don't want to give away too much of it right now. I am going to be finishing it real soon. Now it's in this video, so I have to do it. I just want you guys to be the best that you could be, man. And I hope that my information is adding value in your life and in your situations. So like I said, if you do have a question, drop it in the comments. Shoot me an email. DM me on Instagram or TikTok, TBL to the world. Right now, that's my handle and everything, TBL to the world. Or you can book a session on my neck. You don't have to. You can just DM me. I'll answer your DM straight up. At the end of the day, I'm trying to build resources. I'm trying to make this channel grow. And it's going to take resources. It's going to take time. It's going to take money. Because I want to make this content as accessible and as reliable as possible. I am trying to build this channel. And at the end of the day, that's the goal. The goal is to build this community the most effective and efficient way possible. So, share this channel. Like this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Follow me on our platforms. Until the next one, man. It's TBL to the world.
To the world. Yeah, hear me now. TBL. Them can't stop with. Can't hold me down. I'm not for them, I pray for lightning shock way. I feel see with lifeless pandemic.